What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. There's been a ton of JRPG releases this year, and with that, there has actually been a ton of JRPG news as well. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had a ton of stuff going on, new trailers, new releases, new news, a bunch of stuff. So I wanted to take some time to highlight some news items that stuck out to me. Let me know in the comments below what you think and if you're excited for any of the recent announcements. With that, let's jump right into it. First up, I have the Visions of Mana trailer that just released and new details around the game. When the game was shown off at the Game Awards, I was super excited. It looks incredible, but there weren't a lot of details given to us at the time. Well, now we have quite a few more specific details, and I can honestly say I am even more excited than before. The game is coming out in the summer, and I truly love it when a game like this releases in the summertime. Once upon a time in gaming releases, there were these summer droughts that you didn't have any releases and nothing came out, and you were trying to just pull at your backlog to find things to play. These don't really exist anymore for the most part, with a lot of big releases hitting in the summer over the years, but this year does seem to be a little light in RPGs for the summer, so having this there will definitely be nice. IGN did a hands-on preview, and the footage you see here is from their site, so be sure to read their hands-on preview because it does have quite a few more details than what I'll touch on here. The game seems to be a lot more open, and all the combat is nice, fast-paced, fluid action combat. The art style is stunning, so bright and colorful. Man, that is gonna pop on some of those screens. It really, really looks great. The trailer shows the ability to swap between characters in your party, and from what I'm seeing, they are putting a huge focus on the action-based combat. I really, really like what I'm seeing so far. I can't wait to play Visions of Mana. The game seems to be doing something cool and new, and it seems like a ton of fun, so I'll definitely be playing this one this summer. I'll have a review out on the channel, probably a lot of content leading up to its release and after its release, so definitely be sure to stay tuned for that. And with that, let's move on to the next news item. Next up is a quick bit of Dragon Quest news. Look, I love all these HD 2D games, and I really, really love Dragon Quest. The Dragon Quest III Remake has been quiet since the trailer a couple of years back, but the release has to be coming soon. This is one of the games I am most excited for. It really seems like it could be something special. Anyway, recently we saw a placeholder page for the game on the Play Asia website. This isn't huge news or anything, but could be something to note. This could mean we are moving closer to an announcement with perhaps a release date. If so, I'll be very, very happy. I want this so bad. This game looks absolutely stunning. I love the old school Dragon Quest games. There's not a lot of ways to play them in modern day. I know that some of them released on the Switch. They feel a little bit dated. This HD 2D remake could really put that nice coat of paint on the game that makes it so much more of a better experience. So definitely look out for that one. Hopefully that's coming soon. Next up, I'm moving on to Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance. We got a new trailer for this game. This is set to release this summer, and I am extremely excited to play it. Now, at first glance, this game actually looks quite a bit cleaner in this trailer. I believe this trailer is being shown in 4K, and therefore I can assume that the PS5 and PC versions of this game will run at 4K 60, which is great to see. The trailer shows some new demons and new skills and a bit more of the gameplay included in this re-release of the game. From the looks of it, this is set to improve on everything that was wrong with the original release of the game. A lot of people complained about the story. A lot of people complained about the looks of the game and the fact that it was stranded on the Switch. Well, it's going to get released on multi-platform. It looks like it's upgraded some of the graphics, especially for PS5 and PC. You're getting a ton of new story content. So they're really going all out, trying to improve this game, trying to address all of the complaints people had with the original release. Now, personally, I thought the original game was one of the absolute best JRPGs, not only on Switch, but of the generation. I had a ton of fun with this game. I adore SMT V, and so a new and improved version of the game coming out is a huge deal for me and fans of this series, because I think this will definitely be the definitive version. Based on everything I've seen and read so far, this is set up to be another great JRPG release this year, as if we didn't already have enough of them. All right, moving on. Next up, I want to talk about the success of one of my favorite games of the year so far, Unicorn Overlord. Vanillaware put a lot of effort into this game and it shows. It's truly an incredible tactics game. I just recently started playing it, so look out for a review on that one later. But as a fan of many of their releases, I can tell this one has taken things to the next level for them. The game has been super successful with physical copies selling out everywhere. As of this week, the game has managed to sell 500,000 copies worldwide, with that number still climbing. That's nothing to scoff at, especially for a brand new IP, so I'm happy to see its success because this is truly an incredible game. With the high demand for this game comes the desire for more content. Now, the developers did actually recently confirm that there will be no DLC for Unicorn Overlord, with talks around this game maximizing out the budget given for Unicorn Overlord. I can see how that makes sense. I can honestly say, sure, new content would be cool, but there's so much content already in this game. I mean, you could easily spend over 100 hours playing Unicorn Overlord. I mean, there's so much to do. You can definitely get lost in this one. If you haven't picked this one up, if you haven't played it yet, definitely do so. This game is fantastic. Now, lastly, I want to talk about Persona 6. There's been a ton of leaks over the last couple months around Persona 6. This game has been frequently talked about, with leaks coming from all kinds of different directions. These can be taken with a grain of salt for sure, because there are some leaks that came by the way of Twitter, and we can't really say how accurate any of these are. I really like what I'm hearing about it though, because it seems like Atlus is planning to shake things up in terms of the gameplay structure that Persona is built on. Now, Persona has always been a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like formulaic or strictly routine JRPG in its gameplay. You have the day and night cycle, you have these social links, and while the story and the characters really are what differentiate each game and make them their own, it would be nice to play something a bit more open in its approach. One of the big leaks is saying that Persona 6 will feature a semi-open world structure. This is interesting, and it has been something that many games have tried to do, but doing this in Persona does completely change the overall structure of how this game works. This leak comes by the way of a leaker on a Reset Era thread. They also mentioned that this will be a high school setting again. Some might be turned off by that, but this is Persona's identity. This is what it is. Can they change that and do something different? Sure, but I won't expect it. I am totally fine with this, and I think the semi-open world and adjustments to how social links are handled can really take this game to the next level. I'm really looking forward to Persona 6 or any type of information officially coming from Atlus about this game. Just for a fun little experiment here in the comments below, let me know what you think the color theme will be for Persona 6. I have one in mind personally. I think it might be green. I mean, we've had yellow, we've had red, we've had blue. You know, we've had a lot of them, but something tells me green's the one for Persona 6. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Anyway, that's it for me and for the news. If you want more news updates, hit the subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my Discord. We'll have a lot of fun there. Talk about the news, upcoming releases. I'll drop a link in the description below. Until next time, I'm out.